When Mercury and Mars come together in Scorpio, the cosmos invites us to dive deep, to look beneath the surface, and uncover truths that have been buried, forgotten, or misunderstood. This conjunction with Mercury and Mars sharpens the mind and it strengthens the will. Mercury gives us words, Mars gives us courage. Together in Scorpio, they push us to face the hidden, to question what we've been told, to transform through what we discover. And there may be no better topic for this kind of cosmic conversation than the transformation of one of the most powerful and misunderstood ideas in human history: hell. Because what if hell? What if it's not what we've been told? What if the fiery pit of eternal torment we've been shown wasn't the original story at all, but a transformation of language and culture over thousands of years? Let's take the Scorpio dive. In the earliest Hebrew text, there was no hell, only Sheol, the shadowy realm of the dead. Sheol wasn't a place of punishment. It was quiet, still, and neutral. Everybody went there. The righteous went there, the wicked. It wasn't fire and brimstone. It was silence and rest. Later, as Jewish culture came into contact with Greek thought, the translators of the Hebrew Bible used the word Hades, which is the Greek underworld. But Hades carried its own mythology, regions, judges, moral consequence. This was the first transformation. Sheol, the neutral grave, began to take on the tone of judgment. Then came Gehenna, a real valley, a literal place outside of Jerusalem where ashes were burned. Over time, it became a symbol of purification and judgment, not eternal torture, but transformation through fire. The flames of Gehenna weren't meant to destroy the soul. They were meant to cleanse what couldn't ascend. And from the Greek philosophy came Tartarus, the abyss beneath even Hades. In the New Testament, it appears only once to describe the imprisonment of fallen angels, not human beings. But as time passed, languages changed, and with each translation, the meanings blurred. From Hebrew to Greek, from Greek to Latin, and finally into English. Four unique ideas: Sheol, Hades, Gehenna, Tartarus. They were all condensed into one word, which is hell. It's like from many realms to one. We birth what we now know and what we call and what we think of hell. With that single word, centuries of subtle meaning were fused into a single image, a fiery realm of eternal punishment. Medieval art and theology deepened that image. It began to shape the collective imagination for generations. And here's where there is hidden truth. Because when we look back, when we follow the trail of words, all of this spelling that comes over us with the languages, we uncover something far more mysterious. Hell was never meant to be a place of eternal suffering. It was a metaphor for descent. Just as I read a descendant in astrology, we all descend with relationships because we have to take that ego out to incorporate someone else. So descending was the metaphor for the journey through darkness that leads to rebirth. It's the underworld of myth and psyche, the Scorpio realm itself, where what is hidden must be faced, purified, and ultimately transformed. So, under the Scorpio sky with Mercury and Mars right now, we are in deep conversations. just as this one is. And it's the perfect time to rethink, recalibrate hell, not as punishment, but as passage. Not as the end, but as a beginning of something new. Because sometimes to rise, we must first descend. And sometimes the truth we fear most is the one that finally sets us free. So I hope that this narration about hell comes to you at a time where it can set you free from the programming. That's what this channel is all about with Astrology for Mystics. And I appreciate you guys so much for listening once again to a video that I've created that is dear to my heart. Please like, share, and follow. And until my next video, peace out.